Okay, sharing another behind the scenes story. This is a story about one of my biggest fails as a talk show host. So, this goes back to when I just had Really Famous as a podcast. It was before I really did any video, and I was just recording audio only. So I was taping a show with The Sopranos star Michael Imperioli. I had never met him before this. We are friends now, but that's a different story because back then he was just a star of The Sopranos and I was just a podcaster. So I met him at a hotel in New York City, and I had gotten arranged ahead of time to get a conference room set up for us. And unfortunately, when I got there, I looked at the conference room and it was so cavernous that I was like, this sound quality is going to be horrific here. But it was really last minute and I just had to do it. So I did it. And we taped the show there. Like the background was definitely echoey. Anyway, taped the show. It went well. He was one of the people I was starstruck with though at the beginning. So it wasn't my favorite episode. But obviously things went well enough that when I invited him back later, he came, and then he was also decided to do a live show with me eventually. So, and now we chat, and I know that he's taping The White Lotus, one of my favorite shows, and he's going to be starring in that soon, season 2. Anyway, I got sidetracked. So get back to my story. So I finished the interview, and I went into my car to drive home and had all my equipment in the front passenger seat. So as I guess I was parked or something on the side of the road, I'm like, let me just check and make sure that this recording went okay and it doesn't sound too tinny. So I press play and I hear Michael echoey, but I don't hear myself. So basically what happened was my microphone died at the beginning of the episode and I had no idea. So eventually what I had to do was like call everybody I knew who had technical things, understanding or expertise or whatever. And then that didn't help. But I ended up pulling my voice from his microphone, which did not sound very good. But that's what happened. It was just a snafu. And I couldn't believe because I did feel like I knew he was a really good guest to have. And I didn't want it to be messed up. Later on, I invited him back on the show really just to tape a 5-minute video because I was getting a sizzle reel together and I wanted him on video since I didn't have that before. So he said yes. We sat down together, started taping, and then we got into talking and we decided to just do a whole another podcast together. So cut to a year later, we did our first live show in front of an audience in New York City. And like I said, now I consider him a friend. It all worked out, but oh, those snafus, they'll kill you at the time.